fearing, Winston, is a constant victory, a constant triumph.
Welcome to Severely Underrated, and welcome to a masterpiece of an adaptation of a book. Now, you must be thinking, what sort of a book is this movie based on? What sort of a gift have you got for us today, dear narrator? Well, a warning really, by someone who was way ahead of his time, and when people were worried about disease, food and, all that, there was a guy named George Orwell who more or less predicted that this would be the least of your worries in the future, and that human rights laws would be more of a suggestion to those in power.
Novel.
Now, we're here to talk about the film, and not the book, so I won't bother you anymore with how prophetic this boy's work was, but we'll dive into how good the actual film is. Welcome to 1984.
A future where freedom becomes slavery.
Our story begins with Winston, who like 99% of people has to work just to keep being poor instead of dead, and he works as, what else? A censor in the Ministry of Truth, which pretty much sums up what he has to do.
Dare to love.
Can you get Sunday afternoon off?
Yes.
For example, there was a scene where Winston changes the title of a newspaper from reduction of chocolate rations to 30 grams to increase to 25 grams.
Rough Times 14284, page 3 by line 2 should read Mini-Prod forecast increased chocolate ration April 1984 from 20 to 25 grams per week.
And if that doesn't hit close to home in 2024, I don't know what the hell does.
Coles and Woolworths have placed temporary limits of 4 packets of toilet paper per customer, which Coles says should last the average family of 4 around 12 weeks.
Are you serious?
In any case, we move on as Winston and the rest of the poor workers are gathered in a big theater to shout bloody murder at the governing political party's enemy, Emmanuel Goldstein. But why is Goldstein the enemy? Because the party says so. Why do they hate him? Because the party says so. Can they ask why? No, because the party says so.
Thought crime is death. Thought crime does not entail death. Thought crime is death.
You see, Winston appears to have confrontational thoughts about the party from the very beginning, making him a thought criminal. What's that, you ask? Any thought that you have that can compromise the party's power and Big Brother's power is a crime and you will be held accountable for it.
April the 4th, 1984.
And yeah, for those that don't know, George Orwell was the one who came up with the idea of the all-seeing Big Brother. Not the blonde bimbo and tan, shirtless guys reality TV version, but the one where you're always spied on. That's what the gigantic television is for.
From the age of Big Brother. From the age of the thought police.
So, in one of the countless rallies of hatred for Goldstein, he meets Julia, a woman who, let's just say, is the best of a worst situation. Yeah, she's beautiful and all, but when you're skinny, impoverished and dirty, she must look like ice cream on a hot summer's day. Which makes Winston want to find a hotel as far away from Big Brother's eyes, because even doing the dirty deed is illegal. He eventually finds a room and... after thorough lovemaking and getting to know each other, Winston gets invited to see O'Brien, who is like the regional overlord, and after a very tense conversation between them, O'Brien gives him a new dictionary for English because the party keeps changing the words and their meanings to keep people constantly in a state of confusion. Sounds familiar?
Forces of darkness and the treasonable maggots who collaborate with them must, can and will be wiped from the face of the earth.
So, like an excited child, Winston goes home and opens the book, only to find out that the pages are stuck together like an old Playboy magazine, and that between them there is an actual guide on how to oppress the masses. So is O'Brien a traitor to the party? Is he trying to recruit Winston? Will Julia ever shave her freaking armpits? The answers will be revealed right now. No, no, and definitely no.
It does not matter if the war is not real, or when it is, victory is not possible. The war is not meant to be won. It is meant to be continuous. The essential act of modern warfare is the destruction of the produce of human labor.
You see, O'Brien was simply trying to find out if Winston was indeed a thought criminal, and the guy who gave Winston the lovemaking room was a spy of the party. Then Julie and Winston both get arrested, and after this... there's no nice way to say this. Winston gets viciously tortured for months in order to break his mind and body and make him conform.
If you want a vision of the future, Winston, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
Now, as always, I won't give away the ending, but what I can tell you is that 1984 is probably one of the best book adaptations I have ever seen, since I've read George Orwell's dystopian novel, and this film not only delivers the harrowing feeling of the future that looks worse than a cold toilet in a football stadium, but it also respects the source material.
Take this.
Everyone knows. The thing that is in Rome 101 is the worst thing in the world.
They can't get inside you. They can't get to your heart.
See ya, boys and gals, and remember to be nice to one another, have fun, like and subscribe for more videos.
You must love him. It's not enough to obey him. You must love him.
Something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.